Iron Trader, and this is the weekend edition. Okay, so today we're going to keep it kind of simple. It's the summertime, so we don't want to spend too much time here watching the videos here. But we're going to go through over a few things here. First of all, we're going to go through is oil and natural gas, gold and silver, and then we're going to take a look at one of my favorite trades, NVDA. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil and natural gas. We'll take a look here at crude oil here first. Okay, what do we have? Well, we had a really nice good run up here. You had that 4-day run. Then we put in a higher high here on Friday, but we also put in a higher low, which is always good. So the low was 80.35, and in the previous days was 80.30, so that held that key support level, okay? So now let's just take a look at the downside first. So you want to watch that 80-30. That's going to be very, very key. And then what we're going to do, then we start getting to all these moving averages. Okay, so you have your 50. You're sitting at 79.69 here. We have your 200-day. We're sitting here at 79.65. And then we have your 100-day sitting at 79.62. And then we have your 8-day right below that at 79.44. Now, you notice this 8-day, it crossed over that 21-day, working very, now it looks like it kind of curled off and they're all like to the center because the price came down. Now, again, if we can get that 8-day to curl back up here, then we can have that nice going rise up, just like we had here, like on a natural gas, and we just take that bad boy higher. So again, when futures open here on Sunday night and then Monday, just watch the previous day's high, low, and close here. I mean, and then we obviously right here, and then we want to watch this candle. We want to watch that bottom of it, that 80-30. That's going to be very, very critical. And then we just come into these simple moving averages. Now, again, if this is we hold all this here, that would be awesome. Again, if we lose it, well, we'll come right to the bottom of that candle. You're looking at 79.17, and then realistically here we have a bunch of targets. Here when we had that sideways action, but you're looking at that 21-day here, 77.74. That's going to be very, very key support. Now, our RSI isn't telling us much here. Just went up and just rolling here sideways kind of a situation. This here, the green over your red, that's a buying opportunity. That's still very good. So if this comes right down here to that level and holds all that, that's going to give a good buying opportunity to take that bad boy higher. Now, okay, so we watched the high in the low and the close. So the high was 81.79. That 80.35, you close at 80.59, just below this candle here. This is what we're looking for, that 80.62 level, okay, right there. Now, again, that's going to be on the upside. If we can get above that, we just follow the candles. You got 80.85, you have 81.52, and then we'll come all the way up here to 81.79. Now, if we can blast above all that good stuff, then what we're going to be doing here is you're looking here at 81.99, and then we're going to look right here. You're looking at 82.40, and then we just follow it up 83.30. Then we have 83.91, and then we're looking for 84.46. You bring that price channel right across. You bring this price channel across. Your next level is going to be that 85.64, and then we bring that channel across. Right there, you're looking at 86.18, and then the top of that candle right there is going to be 87.67. Which we have right here on this candle here, okay? So everything you know about a resistance level is going to be right here. But the key is we have to get above Friday's high. That's going to be the key. So that's what we want to watch, is that watch that high, that low, and that closing here on the old crude scheme. Okay, now natty gas here, well, we had a pretty good sell down here, okay? So you can see here on your MACD here how that green went below the red. That tells you that's a sell signal right there when you see that. Okay, and then on this RSI, you look at this, see we have a high, we have a high. We had a higher high, and we had a higher low. See that negative divergence? That's another tell. Okay, that's going to be selling off here. Now, we can see how we have like a sideways action here. We got to see how, if this is going to go lower, or it's going to keep on trending lower, or is it going to reverse and go higher. Now, remember, just don't have any kind of opinion here, because what we had is we had a kind of an indecision candle going on here, okay? So we had a low of 2.67. So let's just take a look at the downside. So you want to watch that high and that low, okay? So you had 277 on the top, 267 on the bottom, and you close at 2.71. So what you want to watch is that bottom, that 2.67. Okay, and then what we'll do is we're going to come right over the top of this candle. You're looking at 2.65. That's going to be next level. Now you can see here how nicely that's held, and so far this is holding that 2.65 level here very, very nicely. If that is lost, we're going to come right over here to this candle. You're looking at 2.60. Then we have right there, you have 2.57. We'll come here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at basically 2.52. And then we have that 2.47, your 200 SMA sitting right there. Now, that's your downside target. That 200 obviously is going to be your big target here on the old downside. Now, upside, well, what we want to watch is you want to watch the bottom of this candle. Okay, so you're looking at that 2.72, and then we look to the top there at 2.77. That was Friday's high, and then we're going to come up to this 2.78, 21A. That's your big critical level that you really need to get above. Okay, so if we can crack above that, we have this gap roughly 85. You fail 2.87, but this is what you're really looking for right here is this 8 SMA at 2.89. Now, when those futures open there, if this goes sideways or to down, this 8-day is going to keep rolling on down here. Now, this is, yes, does it look like it's bearish? Absolutely it does. But again, remember how that can curl right back up here. It'll be confirmed bearish once that 8-day crosses below that 21-day. Then you know that price is going to go lower, and then you hit your big targets here at that 2.47 level. But if you can get above that 21-day, okay, and you can keep that 8-day above that 21-day, okay, that's what we're going to look for. But then, okay, if we can get above that 2.89, then we're going to look right here, 2.91, and then we'll look right there, roughly 95. That's going to be your target there on the upside. Then we just follow it right on up here. You got 3 flat, 2.09, 2.13, and then 2.15. That's going to be your upside. But the key is on the upside is that 21-day and the 8-day. On the downside, you want to hold Friday's low. If not, we work the candles down until you hit your 200-day simple moving average. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, let's take a look here at gold and silver. Okay, here we have your gold and we have your silver side by side. Very, very nice. Now you can see where gold had a really nice good rally on up here. You got as high as that 24.48. Then we hit 24.54, but that was a double top. See that? Okay, when you see that, that's a double top ski. Comes all the way down to holding that 50-day really, really good here. Look at this, how nice it was holding it. And then we had that one big ass red candle, and then she had sideways action. However, you notice how even when you have a red candle, okay, it engulfed, okay, the previous day's candle. But so far, we're holding this key price channel. That's key, okay? 2304. That's what you want to hold on a closing basis. See all this sideways action? This was like a bear flag situation. We had a lot of good sideways action. But as long as you hold that key price channel, which is that 2304, which is basically the bottom of that candle, then if that's lost, let's look at the downside first. Then we want to look right here, okay? So then you're looking at a 2285. That's what you're going to be looking at next. And then we have your 2247. Now, when this sells off here, you always want to look to the left of the chart. So you want to look at the top of that channel if that goes below that 100-day at 2168. And then we want to look right there. Okay, you want to look at that high at 2203. Okay, so look at the high. I mean, the high on this 2225, and then we want to look at that as 2203. So look at the top of the candles here, top of the candles, because see what it is when this goes on up here and you set a high, then it goes sideways and it breaks out. Okay, then that becomes your support level. So just watch that. Watch the top of that candle here. If that 100-day is lost. And obviously, if that's all lost here, you got a big target down here, all the way down here to 2117. But really, I like to show you where it goes down. But again, you know, as long as you hold this price channel here at 2304, you're in good shape. Same way with here. The next level, if you hold that at 2285, this is still good because all this is just trading sideways. That's all this is. So let's take a look at the upside. Okay, now the upside, everything you can see is jammed right on up here. Okay, so let me just take that out a little bit. Okay, so what we're watching here is going to be this 8 SMA here. Okay, so you're looking at roughly 2341, and then we have 2349, and then we have your big boy here, 50-day, sitting right there at 2356. This all needs to hold on a closing basis. Obviously, you can see Friday, it put on the downside. If you get above that, then we'll just look to the top of that candle, 2379, okay? Then we can just follow these candles here. You got 2397. Right here, you're looking at 2406. And then we have this big retest up here at 2430, which is basically this candle right here. Okay, 2430. And then what we'll do is we'll come over to this candle, 2448, and then 2454. You break above that, well then, it's going to be blue sky territory. Okay, 2454 can turn into 2500. Very, very easy. Okay, but again, just watch all these key levels: your 8-day, your 21-day, your 50-day. You need to get above that and close above that to go higher. But we closed up there, but then the next day it just took out all that 1, 2, 3 and engulfed it. Okay, so it looks lower. Now, RSI here, this is just really showing that this wants to go lower. Same way with your MACD. This is just hugging that bottom right there. There's nothing really that says that, hey, this is positive or this is positive at all. But you just got to trade this range here. If you're trading gold and silver, just watch that bottom there, that 2304 on the bottom and 2430 up on the top. Trade that range. That's what it is going to right now. Okay, silver. Well, pretty much same thing. You can see the big ass red candle engulfed the previous days. But now let's just look at the downside first. So we want to watch is that 50-day, 29.20. Very, very key. And then we'll come right to that price channel at sitting at 28.73. Okay, very, very nice. Then we just have to see how these price channels come across. Then we just bring that right across here. And what we're looking at right there, your next level, 28.18. Then we'll bring this level here right across. What are we looking at? Okay, 27.24. And then you can work your way down here, 26.65. And then we'll come all the way down to this candle here. You're looking at 26.25. Very, very nice. But you always also have that 100-day in the mix. So just take these price channels, bring them right across. These are going to be your support levels, and the simple moving average are your key levels of support. Now you can see here the RSI, pretty much the same thing as on the gold. This all ones, just selling right on down. This here, same MACD, same situation. Now, upside. Well, what you want to do is look at 29.67. Okay, that's your 8 SMA. You get right above that, you got that 30.32. Very, very key. And then what we do is we can go to the top of Friday's candle. That's at 30.90. Then we just follow up here. Okay, 31.47. You have 31.67, and we just follow right on up here. 31.94 here, and then we have 32.28. We have 32.51. That'd be that price channel. Come right across on top of that, and then 32.75. You break about above that, you're going to 35. Okay, that round number 35 would be the very target here. So upside, watch that 8-day to 21-day. We get above that, we follow the candles up here until we hit your retest of 32.75. Downside, very easy. Just watch that 50-day. If that's lost, we come right to that price channel, 28.73. If that's lost, bring the channels right across until you hit your target here of either your 100-day or the bottom of that candle at 26.25. Okay, next we're going to take a look here at NVIDIA. Okay, here we have NVIDIA. This is one of my favorite trades, okay? It used to be Tesla. I still trade Tesla, don't get me wrong. But there's just a lot of nonsense going on there. You got to wait to see exactly what he's going to produce there on Tesla. Now, again, on August 8th, he's going to come out with the robotaxi, but you got to see, is he going to come out with one or two, a fleet of these, or whatever that's going to be. At the end of the year, he's supposed to come out with a car that's $25,000, which is, complete pipe dream, unless you're going to get some major subsidies. Okay, and if you get a car at 25 grand today, that's going to be total crap. So you got to see how that all shakes out. So I put that on my second base kind of situation. But NVIDIA, wow, this thing here, and not only has the earnings, but it's got the power going forward here now for at least the next 3 to 5 years. Very, very easy. Okay, you have a little pullback now, no big deal. Okay, but I can show you right here, easy. Okay, so here we have your daily or weekly chart. So what you can see here, when you get this rally going up here, now look at how nice of a rally that we had. Okay, well, these always end. You're never just going to keep going and going. There's always going to be this pullback, and that's the kind of situation what you're in there right now. Okay, well, you can tell where the pullback is. Okay, so here's what you do. When you look at here on a weekly chart, okay, you can see this topic tail going on. But the first sign is right here. See this RSI? This is not just measures the relative strength, but it also measures divergence, okay? So you take this top here, okay? So you see you have a high. Then you have a way higher high, but you got a lower high there. See this? Negative divergence. This is telling you that this is going to be a matter of time before this bad boy is going to sell off, okay? So never just look at a daily chart. Always look at a weekly, a monthly, whatever you can here to give you that advantage, okay? So you can see the negative divergence that told me I'm not going to be suckered into buying this at $140. I'm going to wait till this bad boy comes down. That's the key. Wait for it to come down. Never buy it on top here. That's nothing but, FOMA. You're just chasing it. Fear of missing out. I'm going to get back in. Well, now you're going to get an opportunity to get in. And when you can find that opportunity with a support, get your ass in there and start buying some major shares and then take that bad boy right up. That's how you trade. But always look for scenarios like this. Okay, see, when you see that negative divergence lining up here, tells you it's just going to be a matter of time before she's going to be selling right on down. Okay, so let's just look at a couple things here that I want to show you here on the daily chart. Okay, so what do we have here? It came all the way down here, down to this level here of 124.30, kind of a situation where, which is basically all this support right here in this area right here. Okay, so we closed it. Let's just see the high. The high was 130.63 and the low is 124.30. You close at 126.57 here. Okay, so if you look at this level right here, this is basically where you closed right above that top of that candle at that 125.59. Very, very nice here. Okay, very, very nice. So this is what you just got to watch. Now again, if this keeps on selling, here's your next level you're going to be at. Okay, you're going to be at 122.57. And then you're going to be right here at 118.74. This is the level that you're looking for right here, 119.20. Okay, that's lost. Then we come down here to your 118.74. Then we're going to come right here to this level here. You're looking at 117.01. Okay, that's your low on that chart. Okay, but then see, that's the gap. Then you got to look at the top of this candle, 116.60. See, so your gap in your fill. Now that becomes support levels if that 21-day is lost, okay? Then we can look to the bottom of that candle. We look at 114.05. We look at 112 flat. And then we'll come right here to the bottom of this candle. Okay, what are we looking at? 106.94. Now there's another gap. And then we look to the top of the candle, 106.48, okay? See that? 106.94, okay? 106.48, gap fill, okay? Right here, gap fill. These are target areas now if you lose this 21 SMA. And then we have your big target down here, okay, 101.52, that's your low. Look right to the top of that, 96.02, gap fill, okay, gap, okay, fill, and then we have gap fill. So you have three of those gaps here, but again, you'd have to watch this 100-day. I'm not saying that's where it's going to go. I'm just saying always be prepared in case it sells right off. Now, again, I don't think this time of the year, I'm just looking at here, you usually get a little pullback now on midday trading there. I think it was Friday. I posted seasonality charts on crude oil, natural gas, and on the NASDAQ. So you get a pullback right about now, but then it rallies right on up here until mid-July. Okay, so just remember that. But remember, in the fall, okay, especially around that September, October area, you're going to have a pretty good sell-off here because now we got in the United States here, we have this election going on here. So that's going to be very, very tricky situation here. Plus, you can see how things are slowing down here. So I'm just getting this vibe here now where you got like ORVs, they're slowing down. Campers are slowing down. Boats, that's all slowing down. Like even like the housing market here. And then what really is a surprise here, I just read here this morning, was lumber, where lumber is coming off here now, which means the builders aren't building like what you think they are because of the interest rates here, and they can't make the money like they were doing. So a lot of this stuff is coming down here now, where you could have a possible recession down the road here. Now, I know the Fed is going to start pumping in here money here. You might get an interest rate cut. I get all that. I'm down with the sickness. However, it's the people that are going to decide, just saying very, very simple, exactly what's going to be going on here. So just always remember that, because you look at there's a lot of restaurants that are closing. There's a lot of stuff that is going on. Inflation right now is still high. If you get out, go to a grocery store or whatever, inflation is still rocketing higher. So I really highly doubt the Fed's going to do any kind of a big major cutting on interest rates here, okay? So just remember that. So trade the market, trade what's in front of you. But remember, when it's time to get out, get the hell out. Short it. Make the money going on down. Doesn't make any difference how you make it. Long, short, it's still money in the pocket here, okay? So just watch Friday's low here. You're looking at 124.30. That's going to be very key. Then what we do, we follow the candles down, but this is what you're looking for is this 119.20. And then just look at all these gaps, okay? And then all those fills and possibly all the way down to that 50-day would be great. If it's sold all the way down to that 50-day, man, I'd be in like Flynn, okay? But now let's take a look at the upside. Now you notice that it came down and then it rallied hard, but you couldn't hold that 8 SMA here. Okay, see, this is why you trade the charts. If you can't close above and you left an indecision candle here, this could be very well go much lower here. So just remember that. Okay, so now upside, this is what you're looking for right here. 128.94. That's it. That's what your key is. You got to get back above that. If you can't, then we just go here, right here to 130.63. That was Friday's high. Okay. Then we just follow these candles up here. 132.84. And we have here 133.73. We have 136.33. And then you have your big retest up there at 140.76. If you break out through that, then your target's going to be 150. Very, very simple. But again, wait for the setup. Don't be a fool and buy up here because, oh, you got to get into the middle. I got to here. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. Okay. I have to make money. That's what I do as a trader. Okay. So if you've been suckered in at 140, okay, you could have been buying this thing at 124. So what the hell you want to pay 140 for? Let the charts come to you. Let the trade come to you. Okay. Don't trade so often. Oh, I got to trade this. I got to trade this. No, you don't. Wait for the setup and then bet big and boom, collect a reward. That's how you do it. Okay. Otherwise, you're just going to spin your wheels and all you do is buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, but you're not making any money. Doesn't make sense. Wait until this gets support. Now we have here is we have big ass red candle with the lower low. So now we got to wait till Monday, see how this is going to shake out. Is it going to come all the way down here or is it going to close back above that 8 SMA? Now, again, if this closes back above that 8 simple moving average, that's your time to get back into this thing and take it right back up again. Okay? So you can buy on strength. You can buy on support. You don't have to just buy one direction. Okay, that's what I got for you. A little crude, a little natty gas there, little gold, little silver, and little NVDA. Now I'll be back here as usual on Sunday night. The future's open at 6 o'clock, so I'll have a video out for you before 7, and that'll be on crude oil and natural gas as usual. Okay, hope everybody's having a great weekend, and thanks for watching.